Hello guys, Kate here, and today's video is about 50 map tests on Roque Exile. The strategy is not new, but I do some tweaking around and it turns out pretty good. So this is the setup that I'm going to use. Number one is the map. I'm going to use normal map. It's on Jungle Valley, and the reason is just for the autos. You can do this on another map like Strand. It's probably better because there is a node on the Arthur's tree that's going to give you 20% chance for your map was to accompany by to Rogue Exile, and that kind of add a little bit more exile into the map. For me, I just want to run it fast, so I'm going to use Jungle Valley instead. So that's the map, and for the Scarab, I'm going to use Anarchy Scarab, two of them, and two of Anarchy Scarab Gigantification. For the combination of the Scarabs, two of the Gigantifications is not negotiable, at least in my opinion. This is because the Rogue Giant is the one that's going to give you a lot of loot. There's another Scarab that's going to give a Rogue Exile 50% chance to appear in pairs, and that is Anarchy Scarab or Partnership. If you want to use that one, you have to replace one of the Anarchy Scarab with that. You're going to have less Rogue additional exile, but the partnership probably going to make up for it. But on this setup, I will run 2 Anarchy and 2 Gigantification. And for the map device, we're going to use Roque Exile. This is going to give us 3 additional Roque Exiles for just 2 Chaos. So this is a kind of low investment. The cost is definitely not high, and the yield for me is good enough. So for the other 3, mostly just taking all the Rogue Exile, and the most important one is Exile Will. This is going to make your Rogue Exile possessed by Tormented Spirit. This is going to give them a lot of item quantity and item rarities, and we're going to increase it further by the Torment node. They're going to give possess of Touch Monster. The 3 node, you're going to have like 60%. There's one more node, they're going to give you another 30%. And we're going to take Strong Boxes because sometimes Strong Boxes contain Exile. This is not using containment. That will be later for like a high investment strategy. And we're going to take the Scarabs node, and the most important one is Significant Trove. This is going to give you a unique monster 100% chance to draw Scarabs, and because Rogue Exile is unique, this is why we take this node. And of course, you're going to take a Remarkable Relic. This is going to make the Scarab found in your map more likely to be less common for Riot. And another note about Scarabs, we're going to block all the mechanic on the down here, because most of the Scarab for League mechanic is not really that good and it's not that expensive. The most expensive one is not inside the mechanic. So by blocking this, you essentially remove them from the pool, so it did increase your chance to get really expensive Scarab. And then I run 50 map tests, and then this is the result that I get. We got bunch of Scarab, 894 in total. A little bit less from Harbinger, but this also has less cost to run. We also get 12 to T17 maps. We also get 6 in Syndicate Embers and 2 Anarchy Embers. Both of these sell really, really well. Anarchy Embers right now is costing around 1 Divine. It's probably going to go up considering like how much high-end strategy you're using them. Syndicate is, I think, is around 60C, and this seems to be pretty consistent. And from the Excellent, we're going to take the snapshot. We're going to see how many Divine we get. We get 25.32, and then we're going to put the 25.32 on this tab over here on the spreadsheet. So we are having a gross profit of 41 Divine. The net profit is 31, and the time per average is 2.5 minutes. This is, I'm taking the higher end. I usually finish this around 2 minutes, but I think 2.5 minutes will be a lot easier to achieve. And this will make us have almost 15 div per hour, which is pretty good considering this is low investments. And I also have all the Scarab breakdown if you're interested on what Scarabs drops on this map. Most of the Scarab is pretty good, pretty high value. That's the reason why we have 25 div is like most of them is a Scarab price. And then for the closing thought, I think the strategy is very, very interesting. This is the first time I'm playing around with Roque Exile. Usually when I'm up, I always focus on like adding more and more monster like Harbinger stuff and Afflictions, and so, and even before is always focused on adding as much mechanic as possible and adding as much monster as possible. And you always have this map like with very, very dense, and you're just trying to kill everything as much as possible. Well, in this one it's a little bit different because the map is pretty empty and you're just fighting the Rogue Exile. So this is a new experience for me, and to be honest, I kind of like it. I think this is a very, very nice one. I hope they're not nerfing the Rogue Exile. And seeing the result is also not disappointing. We have almost 15 div per hours. We got 18 Scarabs per map average. This is not exactly that bad. I mean, the Scarab Harbinger probably can yield more, probably like 20 to 25 per map. But for map that this fast, for me, this is very, very good. And this is also an alternative for people who are do not have a build that can blast map that for us, like lightning arrow, elemental hit, or the ranger's build, or kinetic blast of fermentations. This strategy probably work better for people who have like a single, really good single target damage, but kind of decent in terms of clearing. Because you don't have to clear that much, but you have to be strong enough to take down the Exile. And for me, I'm using Hex Blast Mine. This is a new setup that I made. I spent like 2 days trying to build it up. That's why this video coming out so long. I will talk about the build in a separate video. It's not done. I'm not really happy with it, but for now it works pretty well, I think. It have a decent single target. It also have like a decent clearing. So this is like a jack of all trades. And if you have a build that are very good at single target, you can like 1 to 2 shot the exiles. You have a decent clearing. This strategy probably will work better for you. So I think this is all I have for you today. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comment below. I will try my best to answer every questions. And if you like the video and if this is helpful, please consider like and subscribe. This will help the channel a lot. And thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one.